Hello guys, this is part 2 of my previous video on Swift synchro failure issue. Today we are at Aikamacha Motors situated at Nallagandla, Hyderabad. I've dropped my vehicle at Aikamacha Motors at around 10:30 a.m. and they already started the work. You can see they already dismantled the transmission housing. They lifted the car and dismantled from the car. There are a lot of parts that needs to be disconnected before bringing down the transmission. There there you can see the transmission housing and the old clutch. The transmission housing looks very dirty, which needs to be cleaned. And those are the transmission gears, first and second, third and fourth gears. All the parts they kept it safely in one place. They have already fixed the clutch set to the car. Before fixing the clutch set, they cleaned the flywheel and they sanded the face of the flywheel with a sandpaper so that the clutch plate will have good friction. Later, we went to the lathe machine shop nearby and they dismantled the gears from the shaft using a pressing machine. We replaced the synchros and the hub assembly, old synchro, damaged synchros and hub assembly with the new ones, which we bought online, and they arranged it in proper order and pressed it back using the pressing machine. Once everything is done, they have done proper testing. After proper testing, once they're sure that the gears are engaging properly, they deliver back the gear shaft, and we return back to the garage. As we don't have much room there to record the entire process, I just took a photo after the complete assembly was done. After we returned from the lathe machine shop, Chief Mechanic Lingaya started assembling the transmission. After properly cleaning the transmission housing and the gears with diesel, two of his junior mechanics helping him in this job. Later, the parts which were in direct contact with transmission housing were greased with heavy duty grease to add a layer of protection. You can see there he's assembling the gear shafts, putting the gear shafts together and assembling them into the transmission carefully. And they're doing pretty good job taking care of every minute detail and cleaning all the parts thoroughly before assembling. After fixing the transmission shafts in the housing, liquid gasket is applied to the edges and seal the housing. Later, secure the middle part of the housing with bolts using proper tools. Once the middle part is bolted, move to the top part of transmission where he assembled the fifth gear parts together. Assembling all the components in the top part is also almost complete, and everything is sealed properly. Thing looks good now. After a few hours of hard work by the mechanics team, they have assembled the transmission and fixed it back to the car. Junior mechanic is working on putting back all the stuff like sensors, sensor connections, airbox, battery, etc. Once the car is ready, we'll go for a test ride and see how well it holds up. And here you can see the clutch release bearing, which was rusted a bit on top, and there is an oil leak around the bearing. So as I'm doing this job, I decided to replace this bearing. Here you can see the top part of the bearing is wobbling a bit, which is making squeaking noise while driving. So it's better to replace the clutch release bearing whenever you do the clutch set replacement. This is the clutch pressure plate, which was removed from the car, which is also a value one. I didn't see any visible damage to it. This one looks good, but there are a few scratches on the spring, which was caused by the clutch release bearing. And this is the clutch disc, which is rusted a bit, and the springs lost their tension, making some noise. But the friction material on the disc still looks good. They haven't even weared off 50% of the material, but the spring's gone bad, so we have to replace the clutch disc. Car is ready, and we're going to do a test drive. So I'm driving the car. I can definitely see a noticeable difference in gear shifting. First and second gear are much smoother compared to the previous generation of synchros, whereas third and fourth are still a little bit rough, as we have changed those synchros. They're still running on older synchros. I used to hear a loud noise in the turbo range of 1800 to 2000 in fourth and fifth gears. Now with the new clutch set, I, I no longer hear that noise. So the turbo lag is almost gone. Maybe just 1 or 2 seconds of turbo lag is still noticeable, but there's a way lot more difference compared to the previous clutch set. Probably I thought the turbo got damaged, but it's not the turbo, it's the issue with the clutch set. Lingaya and team have done a very good job in rebuilding the transmission. I feel like I'm driving a brand new car after this rebuild. I feel the turbo pull when I accelerate hard. Drivability has improved a lot after changing the clutch set and clutch release bearing. Now I no longer hear the noise, squeaking noise from the clutch release bearing. There's one bonus fix as part of this rebuild is with the reverse gear. Although most of the Suzuki cars have an issue of reverse gear, they don't engage immediately. You have to struggle or hunt for the reverse gear to engage. But after the rebuild, my reverse gear is engaging almost instantly. You don't have to struggle to engage. You don't have to move back and forth or double clutch the to engage the reverse gear. That's a bonus, really. Okay, guys, these are the synchros taken up from the car, the, the damaged ones. So as I said before, there are three parts: the synchro, this is the inner part, middle part, and the outer part. One is the first gear, first to second gear synchro, and another one is third to second gear synchro. First and second gear synchros. Okay, let's see how bad they got damaged. You can see here the edge got, yeah, I think, yeah, see here the edge got damaged. This one is not damaged much. This slot is looks fine. And about this one also edge got damaged a bit, as you can see from this side edge got damaged. This side, okay, not great. Coming to this one, see, edge got damaged very badly here. Edge got damaged here as well. it got damaged very badly. You can see the edge is completely gone. This side it's a little bit okay. It's also got damaged, but this side is completely damaged. So on this synchro ring, all the three slots got damaged. This is the second gear synchro. So this is where my actual problem is. So when I'm shifting from third to second gear, uh, earlier it used to engage occasionally, because only one slot got damaged, but later it completely failed to engage because all the three slots got damaged. See, and this one is the first gear synchro. Only one slot is damaged very badly. Remaining two looks good. See here, these two looks good, but the only one slot damaged. This one, only one slot damaged badly. But I'm able to engage from first to second, but little bit of roughness, but never. Yeah, this this one damaged bit. This is first guessing, and this is the hub assembly from my car, which is the older version of hub assembly, which comes with type gen 1 and gen 2 Swift. So these are the keys, these are the metal pieces, and this is the lock spring. Let's take this spring out. There's a spring on the other side as well. Let's take that out. These two are the springs which holds the keys on both sides. So all I have to do is just take this out. Housing, see, you can see the pieces fall apart. They just sit like that. So they just sit here like this. The springs will hold these keys. They just fall out. Okay, so these metal pieces, the reason for the synchro damage. Why? If you let me show you here, these pieces will sit in the slot like this. See, I think, yeah, like this, and when the gear is engaged, they slot in like this, and they lock the synchro. So when this lock slips from the edge like this, these edges will get damaged, and eventually synchro will fail. This is how usually they will have the free play. And when the spring got loose and these keys move freely in the synchro slot, they just slip over this edge like this. They don't completely come out, but they just hit the edge, and the edge will get damaged. Okay, so this is the state of the old parts. Okay, that's all about this. That's all for today, guys. If you like the content of this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps me motivate and get more videos like this. Also, if you want to look at part 1 of this video, please click on the end card of this video. Thank you.